Wow! Today's vlog day 1103. That's a lot. I can count that high.
Good morning. I think the heat wave is about to start because it's kind of toasty in here, which begs the question, why am I wearing my jeans? And that's a question that will just have to remain a mystery for future generations to figure out. I'm going to head out. I've got a meeting this morning with a lady that I met, I guess like a month ago, who is developing a brand of bourbon in Kentucky, specifically for the French palate that she's bringing over here. So I thought that's fascinating. And whiskey is something that I've been wanting to understand better for a long time. I got some gin for my birthday, like I said, trying to get into like the more refined tastes in the world outside of just beer. And this is the time to do it, especially because, no more beer for me for a while. This is actually the way that I got into black coffee and finally started drinking like filtered coffee without any sugar and anything else, was that last time that I went on a little diet a couple years ago, and managed to lose something like 10 pounds, I think, before I fell off that train. One of the ways that I cut calories was by cutting milk out of my coffee. I stopped drinking flat whites and lattes and all that stuff because it cut 100 calories out of every drink of coffee. And then it opened up that whole world of like, well, I can have more coffee if I need it to get by, to trick myself, and it's only like 2 calories or whatever else. You shouldn't over caffeinate. It's not a good idea. But it did introduce me to drinking black coffee, and it opened up a whole new world of delight. So in the same way, I was kind of thinking that I would try out a couple of different types of gin and a couple of different types of whiskey. And so it's the perfect time to meet up with somebody who's actually developing her own bourbon and learn a little bit about it. And we'll talk today and see what we can do to maybe, introduce you to whatever's going on with what she's doing. But she's, I think, between the states in here, and I don't entirely know the story, so we're going to figure that out today. I'm also going to meet her at Paul Rombaut. I'm going to go early so I can get some work done and maybe have one of their omelets. That'll probably fill me up, and the salad that comes with it was really tasty. So let's stop hanging around here and let's go. Another thing I've been wanting to figure out soon, is getting back to the goal map. The former goal board turned goal map, the bottles, all of that. It just needs to be revisited and reformatted because I've kind of veered off course a little bit. And I'm having a hard time approaching my goals. Not in the sense that I have plenty of goals in life, but it's another one of those scary moments where putting them out there, it just feels kind of scary, which is a good sign. It's where it should be. You don't want to have unscary goals. Otherwise, what's the point? But still, kind of scary. Oh, there you go. That's good. Delicious. I had an omelet. I didn't show that part, but it was so good. A 3-egg omelet with nothing else in it, and some spinach, and I ate a little bit of the bread. That's my little diet report, apparently, but it's already having good positive effects. I feel good. I'm slimming down. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna get out of the sun because it is about 95 degrees here right now and supposed to get up to 102 potentially today. We'll see if it actually gets there. But the Canicule is back. The heat wave is on. I'm gonna walk over to the Peloton, give the cold brew a try, see if Vlad got that finished. See some people there. Emily's back after resting from the Shakespearean act that she put on. And probably get myself a salad for lunch because I'm exciting like that. It was good to sit down and talk though. I've got some ideas, thoughts, plans for the future, some goals. I want to revisit my goals. We haven't talked about them in a long time, but let's go try some cold brew first and maybe we'll get into that shortly after. 77 cents, and he was right. I should have bought a peach from inside. Not quite as ripe as I expected. There's duck in this salad. See how that is. Well, I got a fair amount of work done there. Saw random people, as always happens in that place. Oliver came for a visit, which was nice. Got a little bit more writing done. Tried to respond to comments on YouTube until YouTube stopped working, so that was great as well. And it didn't post today's vlog until 4 o'clock, so it was late, and then suddenly halfway through responding to comments, just stopped letting me post responses. I have no idea what that's about, but I took that as my sign to be done for the day. It is over 100 degrees here, supposedly right now, according to Emily. Although I don't know, I didn't check to verify that, but supposedly we broke 100 today. Is definitely toasty. Thought about going and watching a movie to get out of the sun, or just to get out of the heat. But I think I'm gonna go home and double down, finish this up, and take one last quick glance at the goal map, just in case you've never seen it before, or you just need the refresher, and that'll guide us into revising it in the not too distant future. So let's fast forward to my apartment. Quick insert, because apparently I completely forgot to mention this when I was coming out of the Peloton, because it was so hot, and YouTube had stopped working for me. They drank all the cold brew. Vlad made the cold brew overnight, but didn't work till the afternoon, and so he and I got in at about the same time, and they'd already drank / sold all of the cold brew that he made, so we didn't get to try it. But thank you for bringing that. There's still plenty of coffee left over, coffee methods to explore, so thanks for bringing that all the way from Mumbai. Really appreciate it. Now back to me over there talking about the goal board. Man, is it toasty in here. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna turn on some light. For those of you that might, more light. For those of you that might be unfamiliar with the goal map, crossing the sea of the unknown, as we've talked about before, I used to have a really big piece of paper up here called the goal board, and it's where I put my goals for the vlog and for writing and my time in France, and then, you know, some dreams that were out there. I divided them based on goals, dreams. Goals being things that were actually attainable through a variety of smaller steps in the near term, and dreams being things that are farther out. This kind of maintains a similar layout, where over here are things that I laid out either at the end of last season or the beginning of this season. Holy cow, this thing's actually kind of old. Goals that I had that were in my personal life, goals that I had that were in my professional life, and then these ships cross over time. Eventually to hopefully having a film production company, my French citizenship, an apartment here in Paris that's my own and big enough to host. A number of different things that are out here that seem pretty outrageous, like I might not ever get to them. One of the islands we've already gotten to is full-time creative. That felt fairly unattainable when I started. Well, not super unattainable, but definitely way out there. And it's pretty nuts to think that we've already gotten there. Over here, we've got like these numbers, 38, 39, and 40 are representative of the 40 countries I wanted to get to by the end of season 2. That's how old this thing is. And then the chateau, this area right here, right, the room that we're in right now, the project of making it a home, like taking it from being a room to my chateau, which we've accomplished. So those are marked off. Down here on the professional side, Agnar's box has been shelved, so that needs to be updated. And the book that I'm writing about my life here in Paris, or how I got to Paris more, is ongoing. I'm finally underway on that one. So I'd like to revisit this. Maybe I need to redraw it, I'm not sure, or maybe I just need to add some things in here and add a couple things in here to represent where I'm at today and where I want to go. Maybe we add 1 or 2 islands out here, plant a flag on that island because we made it, and then just keep moving out into the sea of the unknown towards the dreams that, you know, this is how I'm thinking in terms of the dreams that I have, the big dreams especially, way out in the future. You can't get to them by staying on the shores of the known, right? You gotta take off. That's the whole analogy. This is what's known. This is the world that's known, the quote unquote safe routes, the territory that's already explored, the good life, the American dream, all kinds of things. That if you want to find, at least for me, the dreams that I have in life are things that I'm not exactly sure how to get to. There's not necessarily a set path. There's not a road that is well worn for me to follow. So in order for me to get there, I got to cast out to sea. Oceans don't have roads. And we're crossing a sea that is uncharted. It's more or less the idea. So we'll probably revisit this here in the near future. I've been wanting to revisit it for a long time. I just haven't done it. And so yeah, just to get you a little bit familiar with the sea of the unknown. We'll touch on that soon. My neighbors are moving and it smells kind of like one of them might have puked on the bush outside. It smells kind of like spoiled milk in here. It's not a very nice smell and there's some weird stuff on the leaves out there, so that's fun. What a great way to end a day at 100+ degrees Fahrenheit. Hot and pukey. Fantastic. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever it is you are. Don't worry, they're okay. I've seen them. I know that they're still alive. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for an even hotter day here in Paris, and I hope you're having a wonderful one that is cool and maybe even air conditioned wherever it is you are. Hopefully we'll survive till tomorrow. See you then.